my vegetable garden, pulling weeds from around the tomato plants, dirt under my fingernails and the late afternoon sun warm on my shoulders. It's Saturday. I teach high school biology during the week, but weekends are for this, my hands in soil, creating something that grows. My phone sits on the porch steps, face up, volume on because I'm expecting a delivery notification. It lights up with a text, then another. Then my screen floods with notifications so fast the phone starts vibrating across the wooden boards. I wipe my hands on my jeans and pick it up. Group chat. The family one. 37 unread messages in the last 4 minutes. I scroll up to where it started. My Aunt Diane posted a photo. My cousin Riley in a wedding dress, radiant, holding a champagne flute. The caption in the family chat reads, "Our beautiful bride. 2 weeks until the big day. August 19th at the Grandview Estate. Black tie. Can't wait to celebrate. 2 weeks. I wasn't told there was a date." I scroll through the messages. Cousins responding with heart emojis and congratulations. My mother wrote, so excited. "Riley deserves this happiness." My uncle posted venue details and hotel blocks. I keep scrolling back through the chat history. There it is, 3 months ago, a message I somehow missed. Riley and Brett are engaged. Engagement party next weekend at our house, 6 p.m. Bring a dish to share. I missed the engagement party. Nobody followed up. Nobody noticed I wasn't there, or they noticed and didn't care. I call Riley directly. It goes to voicemail. I call my mother. She answers on the 4th ring. "Maya, hi, I'm at Costco. When were you going to tell me about Riley's wedding?" A pause. Shopping cart sounds in the background. It's been in the family chat for months. I missed the original message. "Nobody thought to call? We assumed you saw it." Her voice goes tight with defensiveness. Everyone else responded. I'm her cousin. We grew up together. Well, you've been difficult lately about Brett. Riley probably thought you wouldn't want to come. Difficult. The word sits in my chest like a stone. I haven't been difficult. I've been honest. Same thing, apparently. My mother sighs. "Look, if you want to come to the wedding, I'm sure it's fine. Just RSVP to Diane. Does Riley want me there?" "I don't know, Maya. Maybe ask her yourself instead of calling me at Costco." She hangs up. I drive to Riley's apartment Sunday morning. She lives in a new development 20 minutes away, the kind with a pool and a gym nobody uses. Brett's black BMW is in the visitor parking. Of course it is. It's always there I knock. Riley answers wearing yoga pants and one of Brett's oversized college hoodies. She looks tired. There are shadows under her eyes that makeup usually hides. Maya. Not excited. Not welcoming. Just acknowledgement. Can we talk? She glances over her shoulder, then steps onto the landing, closing the door behind her. "Brett's sleeping. Keep your voice down." It's 10 a.m. We sit on the stairs leading down to the parking lot. The concrete is already hot from the sun. "I'm sorry I missed your engagement party." I start. "I didn't see the message until yesterday." "It's fine. Is it?" "Because I wasn't invited to dress shopping, or the bridal shower, or apparently any of the planning." I keep my voice even. Calm. "We used to be close, Riley. That was before you decided Brett was the enemy." There it is. 6 months ago, I saw Brett at a bar downtown. I was there for a colleague's birthday. He was there with a woman who wasn't Riley. A brunette in a red dress, his hand on her lower back, her lips on his neck. I took a photo. Sent it to Riley with a simple message. "I'm sorry. You deserve to know." She called me within minutes, crying. "Are you sure it was him?" "I'm sure. Maybe it's not what it looks like. Riley, I need to talk to him. Don't tell anyone else, please." I didn't tell anyone else. But I also didn't delete the photo. Brett's explanation, I learned later, was that the woman was his coworker. That they'd been celebrating a successful pitch. That the touching was just enthusiasm. That bars are loud and people get close. Riley believed him, or wanted to. She stopped returning my calls after that. Stopped responding to texts. At family dinners, she'd sit on the opposite side of the table and avoid eye contact. "I was trying to protect you," I say now, sitting on these hot concrete stairs. "You were trying to ruin my relationship because you're jealous." Jealous of what? That I found someone. That I'm getting married. That I'm happy. Her voice cracks on the last word. You've been single for 3 years, Maya. Maybe that's your problem. The accusation is designed to hurt. It does, a little, but mostly it sounds rehearsed, like something someone told her to say. I'm not jealous. I'm concerned. Brett was with another woman, his coworker. We've been over this, whose tongue was in his mouth. Riley stands up abruptly. This is exactly why you're not a bridesmaid. I don't need your negativity at my wedding. Riley, go home, Maya, or don't come at all. Your choice. She goes inside. The door closes with a soft click that somehow feels louder than a slam. I sit in my car for a long time, hands on the steering wheel, not starting the engine. My phone buzzes. Text from my mother. Diane said you showed up at Riley's apartment. Leave her alone. She's stressed enough. Another text, from my Aunt Diane directly. Riley doesn't need your drama right now. If you can't be supportive, stay away from the wedding. I don't respond to either of them. Instead, I open my photos and look at the picture I took 6 months ago. Brett and the brunette. His hand, her lips. The timestamp, 11:47 p.m. on a Saturday. I zoom in on the background. There's a sign visible over the bar. Madigan's Pub. I zoom in further. On the table in front of them, there's a receipt. I can barely make out the numbers, but there's something else. The edge of a credit card. Black. With a name visible if I enhance the image. I spend 20 minutes with photo editing software, sharpening the image, adjusting contrast. The name on the card, Brett Morrison, and beneath it, partially visible, another card. Different name. Victoria Chen. 2 separate checks. They weren't colleagues celebrating a work event. They were on a date, each paying their own. Way to maintain deniability. I screenshot everything and save it to a separate folder labeled evidence. Then, I do what I should have done 6 months ago. I reverse image. Search the woman's face. 3 days later, Victoria. Chen has a public Instagram account. Interior designer. 28 years old. Based in the same city we live in. And in her photos, going back 9 months, there's Brett. Not tagged. Not captioned. But there, in the background of her stories. A reflection in a mirror at a furniture store. The edge of a shoulder at a restaurant. A hand, recognizable by the silver watch he always wears, reaching for a coffee cup. She's careful. They're both careful, but not careful enough. I scroll back further. There's a photo from 11 months ago. Victoria at a company retreat. The caption, team building at Lake Moreno. These people make work feel like family. The photo shows about 20 people. Brett's in the back row, so he didn't lie about her being a coworker. He just lied about everything else. I create a burner Instagram account. Follow Victoria. Watch her stories. 3 days before Riley's wedding, Victoria posts a story. A first-class plane ticket. Destination, Miami. Departure date, August 19th, the same day as the wedding. The next story, a hotel booking confirmation. The Fontainebleau, Miami Beach, 5 nights. Check-in, August 19th. I screenshot everything. I call Riley one more time. Tuesday afternoon, 5 days before the wedding. She doesn't answer. I leave a voicemail. Riley, it's Maya. I know you don't want to hear this. I know you think I'm making this up. But Brett's taking someone else to Miami the day of your wedding. Her name is Victoria Chen. She's his coworker. She's been with him for at least 9 months. I have proof. Please, just look at what I'm sending you before you walk down that aisle. I email her everything. The original photo, the enhanced images, Victoria's Instagram screenshots, the Miami booking. Then I wait. She doesn't call back. But my Aunt Diane does. How dare you? Her voice is shaking with rage. How dare you send that garbage to Riley 5 days before her wedding? It's not garbage. It's evidence. It's photoshopped lies because you can't stand to see her happy. Brett showed us everything. That Instagram account is fake. Those screenshots are edited. You're sick, Maya. I'm trying to protect her. You're trying to ruin her life. Stay away from my daughter. Stay away from this family. You're not welcome at the wedding. She hangs up. My mother calls 10 minutes later. What is wrong with you? Brett is cheating on Riley. I have proof. You have photoshopped images and a fake Instagram account. Brett's lawyer is looking into filing harassment charges. That stops me. His lawyer? You've been stalking him online, creating fake accounts, spreading lies. That's illegal, Maya. I created one account to verify information that protects Riley from marrying a cheater. That's not how they see it. And honestly, my mother's voice goes cold. I don't blame them. You've gone too far this time. This time? What other times? You've always been jealous of Riley, ever since we were kids. She was prettier, more popular, better with people, and now she's getting married and you can't handle it. The accusation is so absurd I almost laugh. I'm not jealous of Riley. I'm worried about her. Then worry from a distance. You're not invited to the wedding anymore. August 19th, wedding day. I don't go to the wedding, obviously. I stay home, work in my garden, try not to think about Riley walking down the aisle toward a man who booked a Miami vacation with his mistress for the same day. My phone is silent. The family group chat has gone quiet. They've probably created a new one without me. At 8 p.m., my phone buzzes. Text from a number I don't recognize. Is this Maya? Riley's cousin? Yes, who is this? Victoria Chen. We need to talk. I call the number immediately. Victoria answers on the first ring. Thank you for answering. She sounds nervous. I saw your email to Riley. She forwarded it to Brett. He showed it to me. My stomach drops. Okay. He told me you were his crazy ex-girlfriend trying to sabotage his wedding. I've never dated Brett. I'm Riley's cousin. I know that now. I looked you up. Your Facebook is public. She takes a breath. He lied to me, didn't he? About what? About everything. He told me he broke up with Riley 3 months ago. That the wedding was called off. That he was just going through the motions until they could quietly separate. Her voice cracks. He's at his wedding right now, isn't he? Yes. A long silence. I'm so stupid, she whispers. You're not stupid. He's a liar, and he's good at it. I bought a plane ticket to Miami. I'm supposed to meet him there tomorrow. He said it was a celebration trip for his promotion. She laughs bitterly. I guess it's actually his honeymoon. We talk for 40 minutes. I tell her everything I know. She tells me everything Brett told her. He said Riley was his ex. That they lived together but were roommates. That they were separating assets. That he couldn't post about Victoria on social media because Riley was unstable and might harm herself. Victoria believed him, because why wouldn't she? He was charming, successful, attentive. What are you going to do? I ask finally. I don't know. Cancel the Miami trip, obviously. Probably quit my job. We work together and I can't face him. You could tell Riley. She didn't believe you. Why would she believe me? Because you have text messages, emails, plane tickets, hotel reservations, things that can't be photoshopped or explained away. Victoria is quiet for a long moment. If I send you everything, will you get it to her? Yes, even if your family hates you for it. I think about Riley's face on those concrete stairs, about my mother's cold voice, about being erased from the family group chat. They already hate me, I say. Might as well earn it. Victoria sends me everything. Screenshots of text messages spanning 9 months, photos of them together that she'd kept private, email confirmations for romantic weekend trips, Venmo payments from Brett to Victoria with notes like best dinner date and can't wait to see you again, and videos, short clips she took of them together, Brett kissing her at a Christmas market, Brett saying I love you in her apartment, Brett talking about their future, moving in together, maybe getting a dog, traveling to Europe, all time-stamped. All undeniable. I compile everything into a single folder. 23 minutes of video, 87 screenshots, 17 email confirmations, and I sit with it. Because here's the thing. I could send this to Riley privately. Let her deal with it quietly. Give her a chance to annul the marriage without public humiliation. Or I could make sure Brett faces consequences. I sleep on it. Wake up Sunday morning, one day after the wedding, still undecided. Then I check Instagram. Riley has posted wedding photos. Professional ones. Her in a white dress that probably cost $8,000. Brett in a tuxedo, grinning like he's won the lottery. The caption? Best day of my entire life. Forever with my soulmate. A just married Morrison wedding. 463 likes. Comments from family, friends, acquaintances. Everyone celebrating. My Aunt Diane commented, so grateful we kept the drama away. Perfect day for a perfect couple. That decides it. I create a Google Drive folder, upload everything Victoria sent me, set the permissions to anyone with the link can view. Then I open the comment section on Riley's wedding post and write, "Beautiful photos." Does Brett's girlfriend Victoria know about the wedding? Or is she still thinking they're going to Miami together tomorrow for his promotion celebration? Here's 9 months of evidence if anyone's interested. Link, I hit post before I can reconsider. The response is immediate. 3 comments appear within seconds. What the hell? Is this for real? Someone click the link you watch in real time as the like count on Riley's photo starts dropping. 463, 461, 457. My phone explodes with notifications. The family group chat, the one I'm apparently still in, lights up. Aunt Diane, who posted that comment, my mother, Maya. What did you do? Uncle Robert. Everyone calm down, let's verify this before we panic, Cousin Jessica. I clicked the link. Oh my God, Cousin Aaron. Holy shit, this is real Aunt Diane. Delete that comment right now, but I can't delete it. The damage is done. The link is being shared. Screenshots are being taken. The evidence is spreading faster than anyone can contain it. Riley deletes her wedding post 17 minutes after I commented. But by then, 47 people have clicked the link. The Google Drive folder shows view counts climbing. 67 views, 89 views, 103 views. My phone rings. It's Riley, I answer. Hi, take it down. Her voice is raw, destroyed. Please, take it down. Riley, please Maya, please, I'll do anything. Just take it down. Everyone's already seen it. Taking down the link won't change that. He said you faked it. He said Victoria is lying because he turned her down and she's obsessed with him. She's crying now, the words coming between sobs. He said you paid her to say these things because you hate him. Riley, there are videos of him telling her he loves her. There are 9 months of text messages. There are hotel bookings and plane tickets and Venmo payments. I keep my voice gentle. He can't explain all of that away. He's trying. He's on the phone with his lawyer right now, talking about defamation, and she breaks off. How could you do this, today? The day after my wedding? Because you wouldn't listen to me before the wedding. I was happy. The scream is so sudden, so raw, that I pull the phone away from my ear. I was happy, Maya. For one day. One perfect day. And you ruined it. Brett ruined it. Months ago. I just made sure you knew. She hangs up. The wedding video leaks. Not the professional one. The raw footage from guests' phones. Someone compiled clips from Instagram stories, Snapchat videos, Facebook uploads, set it to music, posted it on TikTok. The caption, when you find out the groom was cheating the day after the wedding. A part 1, the perfect wedding. The video goes viral. 2.3 million views in 3 days. Comments flood in, I need part 2, where's the drama? I came here for the drama, poor bride, she looks so happy. Someone check on that bride, part 2 appears 48 hours later. Same creator. Different caption. Part 2, the receipts. It's a screen recording of my Google Drive folder. The videos of Brett with Victoria. The text messages. The hotel bookings. Everything. 0.7 million views. Comments. I'm speechless. Men are trash. That poor woman? Anyone got an update on the bride? Local news picks it up. Not the major stations, but the lifestyle blog run by our city's paper. The headline? Local wedding becomes viral sensation after cheating allegations surface online. They don't name Riley or Brett, but they link to the TikTok videos. Include screenshots of some of the evidence. Interview a relationship therapist about infidelity and social media. The story gets shared 4,200 times. Riley files for annulment on day 6. I know because my cousin Jessica texts me. She's at a lawyer's office right now. The family is losing their minds. How is she? Destroyed. She's not eating. Barely sleeping. Aunt Diane had to force her to shower yesterday. The guilt sits heavy in my chest. Not for exposing Brett. He deserved that. But for the method, for the public humiliation, for taking away Riley's choice to handle it privately. Tell her I'm sorry. I text Jessica. She doesn't want to hear from you. Neither does anyone else. But here's what I learn over the next few weeks. Brett's firm puts him on administrative leave. There's an investigation into whether his relationship with Victoria violated workplace conduct policies. Turns out dating a direct report while lying to her about your marital status is frowned upon in corporate environments. Victoria quits anyway. She sends me one final text. Thank you for believing me. I'm moving to Portland next month. Fresh start. Riley moves back in with her parents temporarily. Aunt Diane posts vague Facebook updates about supporting our daughter through difficult times, and family is forever. The annulment goes through in 43 days. The wedding cost, $67,000 I later learn, is mostly unrecoverable. The venue keeps their deposit. The caterer keeps theirs. The photographer delivers the photos because they were paid in full. Riley deletes all her social media accounts. 4 months later, I'm in my garden again. Late September, harvesting the last of the tomatoes before the first frost comes. My phone rings. Unknown number. I almost don't answer, but something makes me pick up. Maya? The voice is quiet, hesitant. Riley. Yeah, it's me. A long pause. Can we talk? We meet at a coffee shop neither of us usually goes to. Neutral territory. She arrives first, sitting in the corner wearing jeans and a sweater, no makeup, hair in a simple ponytail. She looks younger without all the wedding glow. Sadder, but somehow more herself. I order tea and sit across from her. Thank you for meeting me, she says. Of course. I've been in therapy 3 times a week since the annulment. She wraps her hands around her coffee cup. My therapist suggested I talk to you. Okay. I owe you an apology. For not believing you, for pushing you away, for... She trails off. For everything. Riley, let me finish, please. She takes a breath. You tried to warn me, 6 months before the wedding, and I called you jealous. I called you a liar. I told the whole family you were trying to ruin my life. You loved him. You wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe I was making the right choice. That I wasn't stupid. That I hadn't wasted 3 years on someone who didn't respect me. She wipes her eyes. But I was stupid. And I did waste those years. And you were the only person brave enough to tell me the truth. I'm sorry I posted it publicly. I should have found another way. No. Her voice is firm. You tried the private way. I didn't listen. If you hadn't posted that comment, she shakes her head, I'd be in Miami right now on my honeymoon, alone, while Brett was with Victoria. I'd be married to a liar, maybe for years before I figured it out. We sit in silence for a moment. How are you doing? I ask finally. Better. Some days. Terrible other days. She attempts a smile. I moved into my own apartment last week. 1 bedroom. No roommates. No boyfriends. Just me. That's good. It's terrifying. But good. She pauses. My therapist says I need to learn to trust myself again. To listen to my instincts instead of just wanting things to work out. That's solid advice. She also said I need to apologize to the people who tried to help me. People I pushed away. Riley meets my eyes. I'm sorry, Maya, for everything. Riley and I don't become best friends overnight. But we start texting occasionally. Memes, random thoughts, updates about our lives. She tells me when she gets a promotion at work. I tell her when my tomatoes finally ripen perfectly. Small things. Building slowly. The family is slower to come around. My mother sends a stiff text 3 months after the wedding. I suppose you were right about Brett. I'm sorry I didn't listen. It's not much. But it's something. Aunt Diane never apologizes. But she stops posting about how families should support each other unconditionally. The passive-aggressive Facebook quotes dry up. Uncle Robert reaches out to invite me to Thanksgiving. Riley asked if you'd be there, he says. She wants you to come. I go. It's awkward. Some relatives don't speak to me. Others corner me to whisper that they always knew something was off about Brett. Revisionist history. But I let them have it. Riley starts dating again. Casual. Coffee dates and movie nights. She tells me about each one, asking my opinion. He seems nice, I say about the third guy. But trust your instincts. My instincts said Brett was great. Your instincts said something was wrong. You just ignored them. She's quiet for a moment. You're right, I knew. Deep down I knew, so trust that. The part that knew. Victoria sends me a Christmas card from Portland. Thriving in the Pacific Northwest. Thank you for believing me when no one else did. Hope you're well. I put it on my refrigerator next to Riley's engagement photo. The one she gave me after the annulment. So I remember, she'd said. So I never forget what happens when I ignore red flags. I'm in my garden. Sunday morning. The tomatoes are starting to bloom again. New season, new growth. My phone buzzes. Text from Riley. Coffee this week? I have news. Good news or bad news? Good, I think. Maybe. I'll tell you in person. I smile. People ask me sometimes if I regret how I handled the Brett situation. If I wish I'd been less public, less aggressive, less willing to burn bridges. I think about Riley's face at that coffee shop. About her moving into her own apartment. About her learning to trust herself again. I think about Victoria, starting over in Portland, free from Brett's lies. I think about the 2.3 million people who watched that TikTok video and maybe, just maybe, recognize their own red flags. No, I tell them. I don't regret it. Sometimes the truth is messy. Sometimes it's public. Sometimes it destroys things before it can heal them, but that doesn't make it wrong. Riley was walking toward a marriage built on lies. Someone had to stop her. If that someone had to be me, if it had to be loud, if it had to burn down everything to expose the truth, then so be it. Family isn't about protecting each other from hard truths. It's about telling those truths even when no one wants to hear them, even when it costs you, even when it makes you the villain in someone else's story. Because sometimes being the villain is just being the first one willing to say what everyone else knows, but won't admit. Brett, by the way, married someone else 8 months after the annulment, met her on a dating app, proposed after 3 months. I give it a year, maybe less. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been the only one who saw the red flags? Have you ever tried to warn someone you loved, only to be called jealous, crazy, bitter? Have you ever been proven right in the worst possible way? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more stories about trusting your instincts, setting boundaries, and refusing to be silenced when something's wrong, hit that subscribe button. Next time, I'll tell you about the time I discovered my best friend's business partner was embezzling. Spoiler, she didn't believe me either. Until the audit. See you then.